Namaste, welcome to my YouTube channel Yoga with Sunil. And today I am going to show you some basic yoga postures that a complete beginner can do. But I recommend you that before beginning these postures, you go to my warm-up ritual, which you can find in this corner or here before practicing this asanas. So I'm going to show you three basic categories of the postures where we do a few postures while seated, a few postures while lying down supine, and a few postures while lying down prone. So I will show you 10 basic postures for complete beginners. So let's start. So first of all, I show you this posture called Bhajarasana or the thunderbolt. In Bhajarasana, as we keep our legs folded, the legs backward and the toes stretched back and two big toes connected together, or we sit on top of our heels or just in between the heels. Keep our spine straight and place the hands on our knees and keep our neck bone relaxed. Close the eyes and sit in this position for 30 seconds at least, and keep the breaths at natural pace. So this is Bhajarasana, that strengthens our thigh muscles, strengthens our core, aligns the spine correctly. And this is the only posture that we can do immediately after meal. So this improves our digestive system as well. So after Bhajarasana, from the same position, from Bhajarasana, we can go for the Mandukasana, the frog pose. Mandukasana is an asana that we do by holding our thumbs with the fists and other fingers, and the fists can go here on our navel, and we take a deep breath in and exhale. We empty out the belly, press the fists in to our stomach, and then bend forward, just keeping the hips on our heels. Bend forward slowly and gently and look straight ahead, and keep breathing at our natural pace while we hold this pose. We can hold this pose for 20 seconds in the beginning. So as you are a beginner, you hold this pose for 20 seconds as you take deep and long breath. As you take natural breath in and out, then slowly inhaling, you come straight up. And next pose while seated on Bhajarasana is the child pose. The child pose, we can go to the back end of the mat, keep the knees slightly split and sit in between the heels, and inhaling, we take a deep breath in, lift our hands over our head, and exhaling, bend forward, place the palms on the floor, and then slowly our forehead goes on the floor, and hold the pose for 30 seconds. 30 seconds hold, and deep and long breaths in and out. On each exhalation, we give a gentle pressure on our shoulders and try to take our spine a little lower. Try to release all the stiffness, all the tension on our spine, on our lower back. And so this can go for another 30 seconds. So while seated on Bhajarasana, we can do these three postures. And the fourth posture that we can do while seated is the Bhakrasana. So Bhakrasana is the half spinal twist. So for the half spinal twist, we lift our right leg, cross it over the left thigh, and place our right palm at the back on the floor. And inhaling, we lift our left hand and take our left elbow to press the right knee towards the left hand side, and slowly twist our body to the right hand side and look over our right shoulder, and keep breathing at our natural pace. So we can hold this pose for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If 30 seconds is too long, just hold this pose for 20 seconds and switch to the other hand side, left leg, and then the left hand goes on the mat, and inhaling, we lift our right hand, push the left knee towards the right hand side with our left elbow, and twist our body to the left hand side. Keep breathing at our natural pace. Hold it for 30 seconds if possible. If not, you can release it at 20 seconds. So these are the 4 postures, basic postures that we can do as a complete beginner. Then the next poses are lying down supine, or on our back on the mat. So we gently lie down on the floor, on the mat, keep our entire body flat. We relax our spine, relax our legs, keep the legs together, and while lying down supine, the basic pose that we can start with is Uttana Padasana, or the leg raise pose. So inhaling, we lift our legs simultaneously about a foot up off the mat and hold them strongly there. So we tighten our quadriceps, tighten the abdominal muscles so that we get a firm base for the pose. We can hold this pose for another 30 seconds. So this is Uttana Padasana. So after doing this pose, we go for another pose that we call Bhajarasana, or the navel seal pose. So if you cannot come all the way up straight here, you can just go back down again, and then slowly push yourself up with the elbows, lift up, and then place the palms on your thighs and slightly recline your body back, and keep looking on your navel area. Keep gazing on your navel area and keep breathing at your natural pace, and hold yourself here for another 30 seconds. And then after, slowly just go back down on the mat. Try to be as gentle as possible with yourself. And the next asana that we do while lying down on our back is Setu Bandhasana. To do the Setu Bandhasana, or the breeze pose, we bend our legs, keep the feet about the hips width apart on the mat, slide our palms underneath our butts here, and then inhaling, we lift our butts and the spine off the mat. Then we can interlock our fingers, stretch our hands towards the heels, and then roll the top of our shoulders on the mat. Roll the top of our shoulders on the mat and try to lift our spine as high as we can, and keep the spine strongly up in the air. We can hold this pose for 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds hold, exhaling, we release the pose down on the mat. And after Setu Bandhasana, we go for Pawan Muktasana. So for Pawan Muktasana, we interlock our fingers, inhale and bend both our legs, hold the legs below the knees, and exhaling, we pull the thighs to the chest and lift our head up, and keep breathing at our natural pace while staying here. And we can stay for another 30 seconds on this pose. So I showed you 4 basic poses on this supine position: Uttana Padasana, Bhajarasana, Setu Bandhasana, and Pawan Muktasana. Now I'm going to show you 2 more poses while lying down prone. So while lying down prone, we just come on our belly on the mat. So on the prone position, we keep our entire body relaxed and just slide our palms underneath our thighs. And I'm going to show you Savasana, the locust pose. Chin stays on the mat, legs together, and as we inhale deeply, we lift our legs up, head and chest up off the mat, and look straight forward at a point, and keep breathing at our natural pace while holding the pose here. This can also go for 30 seconds if possible. If not, hold the pose for 20 seconds. So we lift here simultaneously. The head, upper body, and the legs go up off the mat at the same time. And the last pose for this series is Bhajarasana or the cobra. We bring our palms very close to our chest on the mat. Keep our legs straight, toes flat, and as we inhale deeply, we lift our upper body up off the mat and try to stretch our hands up and look up towards the ceiling as we keep our breaths deep and long while holding the pose here, and try to go deeper on each exhalation. So this can also go for 30 seconds, and then exhaling, we return back on the mat. So these 10 postures are completely suitable for the beginners. And after finishing all these poses, we finish the session with a nice Savasana for 5 minutes, and you can also repeat the pose. Suppose these 10 poses can be repeated 2 times each, so you can do 20 times. These poses can be done for 20 times in a session. But important thing is that you should warm up well before you start practicing these poses, and you should relax nicely with Savasana after finishing these poses. So I hope you can follow all these poses to better your practice along with me. See you on the next video. Thank you. Keep practicing and stay well.